Today at This Farm Girl Cooks, I'm teaching you how to make my delicious and decadent peanut butter bars covered in a chocolate butterscotch ganache. They are delicious and they are as much of the Midwest as the corn growing outside my window. I have a few tricks I want to share with you today about making these into these chewy bites of perfection. Tune in to learn my Scotcheroo Bar secrets today on This Farm Girl Cooks.
All right, we're starting with a cup of sugar and a pan heated over medium to medium high heat. And then we're going to add a cup of corn syrup. This is the light variety. I love this container, by the way. It's good for sticky things like corn syrup and peanut butter, as you'll see in just a second. We're just going to give it a stir, and the goal here is to bring it just to a boil and then reduce to a simmer. So this is one of my tricks for keeping them nice and chewy is we don't want to overboil the corn syrup and sugar, or it's going to get hard when we pour it into the bars. All right, this is looking just about right. All right, we can see that everything is dissolved, so we're good to go, and we're going to remove it from the heat. And there's the peanut butter I was talking about. We're going to add a cup of creamy peanut butter, and the warmth from the mixture is going to help it melt. And we're just going to give it a good stir until it's all combined and there's no lumps. Everything is nice and creamy. Takes maybe a minute or two, but this is what we're looking for right here. All right, then grab a 9x13 dish and you're going to spray that with cooking spray. And then in a large bowl, you're going to add 6 cups of Rice Krispie treats, or Rice Krispie cereal rather. And then we're going to pour the peanut butter corn syrup mixture all over the top. And then it's just going to take a little bit of stirring. We're kind of going to make sure we get all the mixture in there, but we're going to stir and kind of fold in from the bottom. It'll look maybe like you're not going to have enough of the mix to coat everything, but you will. Just keep stirring and working with it. All right, now onto our pan that we had greased previously. We're going to just add our mixture in, and then you can either use a spoon to pat everything down. Make sure you don't press too hard. We don't want it super compact or it's going to make these really tough. So just a nice little pat, or you can use your fingers if they're clean to kind of get into the nooks and crannies and press it into the corners of the pan. One of the reasons I like using a cake pan is because it has square corners, so then we don't have that rounded edge. All right, so we're setting that aside and we're going to put in a cup of chocolate chips and a cup of butterscotch chips. And then basically we're just going to go microwave it in 30-second increments. So I'm going to pop this into the microwave for 30 seconds. Going to just kind of test it and see if it's looking ready. We can tell it's not there. It's starting to melt. I'm going to just help it along by giving it a little stir. And then I'm going to pop this back into the microwave for another 30 seconds or so. That's going to go maybe 15 back seconds. In for just a quick bout, and we're going to give it a stir here. And this is what we're looking for. All the chips, even though they're not completely melted yet, with a little stir, they will all come together like you can see. And it makes just the richest, most amazing topping for these Scotcheroo bars. Like, it's so good. Seriously, I could eat this entire bowl. Okay, so now we're just going to spread this over the top. Make sure to scrape out your bowl because you're going to want every little bit of that. Just drizzle it over and then use a spatula to spread over the entire thing. Get into the corners and everything. And then you've got to wait, unfortunately. We're going to wait for this to set up and for the chocolate to harden. You can help it along by putting it in the fridge if you want, but really it'll just take a couple hours for the chocolate to harden. And then from there, you'd be able to slice and serve. There you go. There's a close-up. And here's another batch I made just so you can see everything from the side.
Okay, I ended up making not just one batch, but 2. But some of these are going to go to some friends and neighbors. So I don't mind sharing a little bit with them. And then I'll keep a little piece for myself too. Look at how just, the chocolate is just right. It's set. And then these just pull apart into beautiful little pieces that I'm about ready to pop into my mouth. You can find the full recipe in the video description. Be sure to like, follow, and share. And check out my other videos for even more healthiest recipes that you and your family will love. See you next time.